Hey everybody, this is Eric with Phone Scoop, and today I wanted to give you a quick look at the LG G5. The G5 is LG's flagship handset for 2016. It competes with devices such as the Apple iPhone 6s and Samsung Galaxy S7. The G5 represents a brand new direction for LG. It has traded in a lot of the features we've come to know on the G series for a brand new approach, and we think that's daring. That's great. We're happy to see that LG tried something different. Whether or not they succeeded is a little bit of a different story, but here is a quick spin around the G5. The G5 has a 5.3-inch Quad HD screen, which we are going to say is amazing. It's quite an attractive display. Really like it. The phone runs Android 6.0 Marshmallow, of course, and comes with LG's latest user interface skin, which definitely makes some changes that we'll call out in a little bit. The volume toggle has been moved from the rear of the phone to the left side. This thin little strip works okay. I don't mind the travel and feedback too much. On the bottom of the phone, LG has moved on to the USB Type-C standard, which we like to see. USB-C is the new standard moving forward and will appear on more phones over time. On the right edge of the phone is the tray for the SIM card and micro SD memory cards. It supports cards up to 200 gigabytes, so that's nice. On the back, we can see the power key that doubles as a fingerprint sensor, as well as the duo camera setup with dual flash. On the top of the phone is the headphone jack, IR blaster for controlling your TV, as well as a microphone for recording video. Those are the basics. Under the hood, there's a Snapdragon 820 processor with 8 cores, has 4 gigabytes of RAM, and the device ships with 32 gigs of onboard storage, and of course that's expandable through the micro SD slot if you wish. We tested the phone on AT&T's network, but it's being sold by all the major carriers in the US, such as Sprint, Verizon, and T-Mobile. The main feature of the G5, of course, is the modular design. This bottom piece here snaps off the device quite easily and can be used to swap out the batteries or attach one of a few different modules that add functionality to the phone. So we'll show you how that works. There's a little button here, and when you pop it, you can see the device pops, kind of ejects the module. So that's the module. This is the base module that's included with the phone, and it holds the battery. The battery itself is attached to this piece, and you can kind of yank that off and swap out batteries if you wish. You can kind of see here, this is just a mechanism for holding the battery in place, and there's a connector which kind of tells the phone which module this is, and of course passes through power to the battery. And it's pretty easy to just snap this back together and then reinsert the whole thing into the phone. Just want to give you a quick look down the underbelly of this device. You can see the metal chassis wraps around here. This is a display panel that's fitted in quite nicely. Here's the corresponding connector for the module itself, and we can slot this back in, lock it into place, and the phone's ready to go. So that's the base module that's included with the phone, but of course a number of separate modules are available. Of the 2 modules that are available, perhaps the most useful will be what's called the Cam Plus. It attaches onto the bottom and provides a camera grip as well as extra battery and dedicated buttons that interact with the camera itself. I tested that for a little while and I liked it. It's decent, but of course it adds a lot of bulk to the bottom of the phone. The other module that's being made available right now is the DAC, or DAC, Digital to Analog Converter. And what it does is it outputs higher quality audio for people who care to have a better stereo music experience. LG does need to come up, I think, with some more modules to make the overall appeal of the modular design a little bit higher. Having only 2 modules to start and one of them limited to music is probably not that attractive to consumers. It might be better for consumers if there were maybe 6 or more modules available, but so far those are all that LG has announced. The other main feature of the G5 is the camera. Now, what's curious is this camera has two lenses. You've got a wide angle lens and a regular angle lens. One does 75 degrees and the other does 135 degrees. And this lets you take ultra wide angle shots as well as standard angle shots. And you can see this little button here. We've got the wide angle view and the closer, less angle view. And you can see how it zooms out and zooms in. This is really cool, but it does introduce a little bit of optical distortion thanks to the nature of wide angle lenses. But it works pretty quickly and you can easily switch between wide angle and standard lenses. Both do a good job in capturing images. I think the main sensor is a 16 megapixel sensor. It does the best job. It does a great job, in fact, of getting sharp pictures and accurate exposure and all that stuff. The wide angle lens has a little bit more trouble calculating exposure, but it still is a fun option to have. So that's the LG G5. It's a very interesting entry from LG, and it's definitely a step up from previous generations of G series from the phone maker. We do like this device, and we look forward to seeing more modules and more capabilities added over time.